Iran's air defenses were shredded by months of US and Israeli strikes. Now, up to 400 Chinese shoulder-fired missile launchers are reportedly heading to Tehran, worth up to $70 million, routed through Hong Kong, across Pakistan, overland, into Iran. China says the reports are groundless. Pakistan says it's not involved. The shipment is apparently already scheduled. Iran is expected to receive within weeks the first shipment of hundreds of Chinese-made, shoulder-fired air defense missile launchers. According to a Reuters report citing 3 sources familiar with the deal. The purchase, valued at 60 to 70 million US dollars, is among Tehran's biggest efforts to rebuild its short-range air defense network after months of conflict with the United States and Israel exposed vulnerabilities around key military and strategic sites.
Iran is expected to receive within weeks a first shipment out of up to 400 Chinese-made shoulder-fired air defense missile launchers. The contract covers the purchase of between 300 and 400 man-portable air defense systems, including Chinese-made QW-12 and FN-16 missiles.
According to Reuters, the deal was signed through Hong Kong-based Zhongqing Baoshang International Investment, which reportedly acted as an intermediary between the Iranian side and the Chinese supplier. However, the report notes that delivery schedules and final quantities could still change. Iran has not publicly commented on the report. Beijing has rejected the claims outright, while the parent company of the intermediary firm did not respond to Reuters' request for comment.
The relevant reports are completely groundless. China has consistently played a role in promoting peace and ending the conflict.
Reuters has reported that, under the current plan, the systems would initially be transported from Urumqi in western China before transiting through Pakistan into Iran. Pakistan's military public relations wing ISPR said,
"Speculations of Pakistan being involved in the supply of air defense weapons to Iran from China are absolutely concocted and false."
Military analysts say MANPADS are especially valuable because they can be rapidly deployed by small teams to protect military bases, energy facilities, and other sensitive infrastructure from low-flying aircraft, helicopters, and drones. Reuters also cited multiple security sources saying Iran has explored acquiring QW-12, QW-18, and QW-19 systems, while intelligence sources said,
Tehran has examined overland routes to move Chinese military supplies and dual-use components more discreetly.
The reported procurement underscores Iran's continuing efforts to strengthen its air defense capabilities despite years of sanctions, while highlighting the growing strategic defense relationship between Tehran and Beijing. Iran secretly used a Chinese-built spy satellite to track and target American military bases across the Middle East during its recent war with the United States. And a Financial Times investigation now has the documents to prove it. The satellite, called TEE-01B, was acquired by Iran's Revolutionary Guard in late 2024 after being launched from China. Leaked military documents, coordinate logs, and orbital data show Iranian commanders used it to surveil key US installations before and after missile and drone strikes. The logs place the satellite over Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia on March 13th, 14th, and 15th. It was on March 14th that reports emerged of 5 US Air Force KC-135 refueling tankers being damaged on the ground there. Damage Trump later played down but did not deny. The satellite also monitored US facilities in Jordan, Bahrain, Iraq, and Kuwait, along with civilian infrastructure in the UAE and Oman. TEE-01B was built by Earth Eye Co., a Chinese firm, and launched from the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center in June 2024. A Beijing-based company called Empasat then provided the Revolutionary Guard with the ground network to operate it. at a cost of roughly $36 million. Nicole Grajewski, an Iran expert at Sciences Po University, told the Financial Times the satellite's purpose was unambiguous.
This satellite is clearly being used for military purposes, as it is being run by the IRGC's Aerospace Force and not Iran's civilian space program. Iran really needs this foreign-provided capability during this war, as it allows the IRGC to identify targets ahead of time and check the success of its strikes.
The satellite operates at half-meter resolution, 10 times sharper than Iran's best domestic military satellite and capable of identifying individual aircraft on a runway. Meanwhile, Trump, who was set to fly to China next month, has delayed the visit, citing war with Iran. When asked about the Chinese interference in the war, he warned Beijing.
China is preparing to ship weapons to Iran.
Well, if China does that, China's going to have big problems, okay?
The satellite revelation lands as Washington grows increasingly uneasy about Beijing's role in the conflict, one that China insists is purely that of a peacemaker, even as its technology tracks American warplanes from orbit. A new layer is being added to the widening conflict, one that stretches far beyond the Middle East and deep into the geopolitical rivalry shaping Europe. According to Western intelligence assessments cited by the Financial Times, Russia is nearing completion of a phased shipment of drones, medicine, and food to Iran. The deliveries, which reportedly began in early March 2026, are expected to conclude by the end of the month, signaling a significant escalation in Moscow's support for Tehran. Senior officials from both countries are said to have initiated secret discussions on drone transfers just days after US and Israeli strikes on Iran. While Moscow has long provided Tehran with intelligence support, including satellite imagery and targeting data, the transfer of weaponized drones would mark the first clear indication of direct lethal aid since the conflict began. Publicly, the Kremlin has downplayed the reports. Despite the denial, Western officials suggest the move is part of a broader strategy to stabilize Iran's military capabilities and reinforce the regime politically at a time of mounting pressure. Asked about the shipment of drones, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told the Financial Times,
There are a lot of fakes going around right now. One thing is true. We are continuing our dialogue with the Iranian leadership.
Iran's reliance on drone warfare is well established. Since the outbreak of hostilities, Tehran has deployed more than 3,000 one-way attack drones across the region, using them to strike military and infrastructure targets. These systems, often low-cost and mass-produced, have become central to Iran's asymmetric warfare doctrine. Russia, for its part, has been manufacturing its own variants based on Iranian designs since 2023, adapting them for use in Ukraine with enhanced payloads and improved evasion capabilities. Analysts believe Iran could be seeking advanced Russian models, potentially including variants similar to the Geopolitics, to upgrade its existing fleet or reverse engineer improvements into domestic systems. The Geopolitics drone is based on the Iranian Shahed MAN-36.
They don't need more drones, they need better drones. They are after the more advanced capabilities.
Analysts say the advanced Russian weaponry could also improve the effectiveness of Iranian drone strikes, especially if Tehran did not have the time to integrate that technology into its domestic systems.
The Russians dramatically improved the Shaheds, including modifications to the engines, navigation, and anti-jamming capabilities. So, these systems are already more advanced than the ones Iran was producing domestically.
At the same time, Tehran has reportedly sought more advanced air defense systems from Moscow. While a deal has been reached for the delivery of Verba missile systems and associated launch units, Russia has so far declined to supply the more sophisticated S-400 platform, wary of triggering a direct escalation with the United States. The evolving partnership is not without constraints. Although Russia and Iran signed a strategic cooperation agreement last year, it stops short of a formal mutual defense pact, reflecting the limits of their alignment. Complicating matters further, Israel has already moved to disrupt this growing cooperation. Recent strikes targeting supply routes across the Caspian Sea underscore a clear intent to sever the logistical links between Moscow and Tehran. And as weapons, intelligence, and strategy begin to flow more freely between these fronts, the risk is no longer just escalation, it is an entanglement on a global scale.